Bing, and she went like, and I was like this close to her face, and she was like,
do you know what click-clacking is?
you think here on this All's Fair press tour, I'm gonna tell you my secrets?
Now I'm just like in the group chat like, what happened to Dad?
I was scared I was gonna crash that car on the hill.
I prayed to Beyonce.
Boy, do I love coming here. Walking down that hallway shaped like a clown cervix. Beef curtains. Black Mae West. As much as I'd love to continue to exchange pleasant cocktail pleasantries, there is a war to be won.
You and Ryan did this yourselves. I mean, that's how it started. I said yes, only knowing that Kim and Glenn were doing it. I didn't know about Niecy or Naomi or Teyana. None of that was known to me, and I didn't read a script. I just said yes, knowing it was Kim and Glenn and Ryan.
Yeah, I think all the girls signed on without reading a script.
Anything,
so
yeah.
it was pretty cool to have a show, and he would write for every character and made sure that it was just amazing and kind of true to who we are, who we wanted us to be.
Yeah.
In Ryan, we trust.
In Ryan, we trust.
Blessed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a great opportunity to work with women that you admire, that you respect. And because we all genuinely like each other, it's good on camera and off.
And women besting men in divorce? No.
God, I love my job.
Sarah, you have some wild moments in this show. Do you throw water in Glenn Close's face at one point?
It's not water. It's wine. The most fun thing a person could ever do.
You're like thrilling.
I was like thrilling. Because, you know, she's a formidable creature. And I got to be like, oh yeah, take that. And it was a really fun day. It was actually the last thing we shot. It was her last day of shooting. We shot that. We were having a big battle of wills across a table, and my response to some inane thing she said was to throw wine in her face. Yeah, can you imagine if it wasn't scripted? And I was like, you guys don't mind, right?
I don't think it was fun to throw the wine in Glenn. I think that broke some hearts, huh? Broke some hearts, huh? Like, Glenn, I'm so sorry that I have to do this. I'm so sorry.
No, the unscripted of spitting potato chips in my face.
Which is what I did to her.
Is
There's a big
the
scene in
unscripted.
episode 7. I think it's in episode 7 where I have to climb on a table, which some of that is in the trailer a little bit. And I get in her face and I am really screaming. And we had like a lunch break or something, and then we were coming back to do Kim's coverage. And I had just eaten something, and I was like eating popcorn.
I think it was
and
popcorn,
It was
yeah.
popcorn. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, Kim, I'm really sorry. I'm afraid that and she was like, it's whatever. And then of course the next take I get up and I was like, you, and I was like, bing, and she went like, and I was like this close to her face, and she was like this. Like, absolutely. Because she'd made the face, and then she tried really, really hard to keep a straight face. And then I was like, you can forget it.
I didn't know if the popcorn kernel was like,
it was
you know,
like
the little seat
It was
thing,
right there, like the little, the clear thing was like right there. Yeah, it was like a twitch eye. I really want Ryan to release this footage, because I do
He
think
has to.
it's really, I'm not exaggerating. Glenn
We
Close.
just need like a reel, like
We
a
are
bloopers reel.
That's right. Glenn Close really was like, at some point was like, you guys let's get it together.
You never really know a person. It's just a trap.
Guess who's here with me right now? Chase, say bye-bye to your future ex-wife.
Bye-bye.
That was so much fun, because like they had me up on a harness practicing, and then on the day, you know, there's like, you really only have one shot because they can't, you know, refix the. I mean, it's
They
TV
could,
magic.
but
They could,
yeah,
yeah.
but they're not going to want to. Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure that I gave it my full Beyonce.
So iconic.
I did. I prayed to Beyonce.
It's showtime,
What did we learn about each other's acting styles? I feel like what I learned about Teyana, because we've never worked together before, was that you could be going through anything off camera, but when it's your time to step in front of the camera, you're going to pull up. You're not going to be able to tell by looking if you're going through something. And I love that. My grandmama always said, pull up, push through, and never look like what you're going through. And that's you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
It's the truth.
Nobody is more focused, calm, dedicated, prepared, and also still playful and game and fun than this one.
And with Sarah, I mean, the most generous actor I've ever seen in my entire life. Full tears and into it when it's not even her coverage and you can't even see her face. And she's giving you everything that she would give in her solo. And I've never seen that before. I don't know how you cry like that. It's like remarkable. It's like genius.
You think I'm going to tell you how and why? You think here on this All's Fair press tour, I'm going to tell you my secrets? All is not fair in learning my acting game.
It's all extravagant, from the wardrobe to the cars,
The
to the
cars,
home,
crazy
the
cars.
office.
Fab.
Yeah, everything.
I was scared I was going to crash that car on the hill. Wait, were you in it with me?
Yes, when we had to pull up to
Yes.
to Kim's house.
Yeah. What was the car? It was something.
I think you had a Lamborghini.
Yes. Like, it was
Just casually.
casually like driving up to see Mother.
Every tear you shed is $100K in your pocket.
So unique. It's so rare that we get to do this. We're usually joining a cast of men wall to wall, and if you're lucky you get another woman in the show, but it's oftentimes one that you're in conflict with. So to have this dynamic group of women all in purpose of the same thing, which is fixing lives of other women, and enjoy your parts as well as each other, as Niecy just said, off screen. It was very special. It's just so rare.
Do you know what click-clacking is? It's like, as soon as they say cut, we got it, we look at each other and we're like, so what he say and what you say? and what happened? Or how was your thing? You know, so we're still able to connect and click-clack.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Share gossip, spill tea.
We
Yeah.
kiki.
You know Kiki?
Yeah, we knew, and to speak to the style of work, we all knew how to approach our work, which is sometimes, like an abundance of dialogue and, that you've only just been handed a few days before, and you want to get the job done, do it well, but also high on the list of priorities is to have fun.
I mean, I think the genius of Ryan Murphy is the vision that he has. And I think that, of course, it sounds great. We're all fans of each other and we're super excited to work together. But he saw something in the chemistry of us that I don't think we
Could have
even
known,
saw
right? We couldn't
or
have known,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so I think that is just special, working with all women. I don't think it's been done, especially in a law firm and a really professional setting like this. So I think people will really enjoy to see what that's like.
And he had a dinner. He had a dinner that like kicked off our time together. And I think at that dinner, it was very clear that there was going to be like an easy time around things. It was nice. I had a few drinks. Yes, I did.
Teyana, I loved you and Sarah were literally like vibing and dancing on the carpet yesterday. How does it feel to build a connection with Sarah and for all of you with your other castmates?
I mean, it feels amazing. Again, I'm so honored to be a part of our group chat. We have like one of the most iconic group chats. I always talk about this group chat. And the fact that I get to wake up every single day and there's just like something happening in the group chat, it's just like, I get to like catch up. They had so much going on the first day. We all got to Paris and I landed late, and I remember landing. It was a whole rundown. So, oh my God, I missed this, I missed this, I missed this, I missed that. I mean, it was so festive, but it felt good. It was like, I'm on the group chat like more than I'm like on the internet. Like, like we'll scroll TikTok and scroll Instagram. Now I'm just like in the group chat like, what happened today? Like it's just so good, and I'm just so happy to be a part.
What's the name of the group chat? Can you?
No, we can't tell you that.
It's provocative. It gets the people going.
Yeah, and it might change, depending on what's
You know
happening.
what I'm feeling at that moment.
You can tell that the connection is real because we want to see each other even when we're not at work.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Who's going for a walk? You going to the gym? What you getting ready to do? Your baby got to play tomorrow? You want to see each other away from set. So that's how you know we are locked in.
That's a fact.
You infertile, career-obsessed. Stand up straight and breeze into that room like a storm no one saw coming.
My girlfriends that are lawyers and my two mentors are these like beautiful, badass, sexy, hot, smart, the smartest women I know are my mentors. And so they get everything done, but yet on the side, we're texting during, fun, big meetings about, oh, where'd you get this? And oh my gosh, your hair, and it's like, that's the reality. I think when people think of lawyers, they think of these like really stern, firm men. And my experience has been anything but, which has made me want to become a lawyer even more because I have my girlfriends, to play with. I mean, even when I was studying for the bar, one of my, a newer attorney, she'd come with her different nails. And I'm like, you know what, for the bar, I'm going to paint my nails. You're pink so I can channel your energy. And it's just having female role models in the law field is so important, and I hope that this show inspires like young women to want to be a lawyer too.
You are not taking so much as a ballpoint pen out of this building.
Enough edging, counselor. Let us come already.
I love the days when I got to work with my children on the show, because it brings a different element to the show. And the young boys that play my triplets, they're so talented. And I love them like they were my own. Yeah.
Yeah, you kill
And
them
it's
scenes.
true,
They
the
feel so like homies.
Yeah, those kids are great.
Yeah.
For Liberty, she has this side story with OT, who's her boyfriend, and you see a different side of Liberty through him than in the workplace, and she's in the way of herself a little bit. But yeah, OT, what a fine, top-notch actor, and a really great person to hang around a set with. You can just talk with that guy.
Honestly, I look at it like, this is the vision, this is, what Ryan sees. So I come and do my job. My job is to be present, show up for my castmates, show up for my scene partners, and just give the best performance that I can give. I would love to see Milan's growth. I think in season 1, you're kind of like slowly being introduced to her, and she's at a stage in her life where she's trying to figure it out. She's the baby of the bunch, and she got stripes to earn. So I'm excited to see like how she evolves in season 2.
I would say I'm excited to see how Emerald Green's love life will play out. What that's really going to look like now that her children are going to college, you know what I mean? What is she gonna get into? Is she an equal opportunity dater? You know what I mean?
Or is she still traumatized? So
I don't know.
They gotta watch it.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
I was watching like I wasn't even in it.
I know. Does she? I'm like, did she take a page out of my book? Did she take a page out of my book and become queer late in life? I don't know, but I wanna find out.
Here there is no safe word. You can't tell us to stop.
First of all, you need your sisters. You know what I mean? That there is value. I don't care what the stereotypes of women can't get along or whatever people say in the street. You find your community because you need your sisters. And also, I hope the takeaway is that you don't have to shrink. You can be as powerful as you want to be and, find your voice. And I also think that anytime you're in something that ends, it also gives room for something to begin.
Women come to us when they're getting a divorce and they're in their lowest place possible. And even if we're your lawyers or your friends, having your people that show up for you and get you out of that hole is the most important bond that I think you can have. So I hope that people take away that, you could be at a low point in your life. You will be at some point. We all do. But trust and open up to people that you do trust, and just know that even if you can't do it on your own, there's people that really love you that can help you get out of those situations to get back to yourself.